Good morning. Welcome to our 10 at 10. Today is what, April 11th? Maybe, I'm not sure. But today we're going to talk about, not giving up for our clients' sake, right? Sometimes we think, oh, well, we're the only ones, if I don't get that business, it's just, going to affect me. And the reality is it's going to affect your family too, right? If you lose out on an opportunity or lose out on income, that definitely affects your family, but it definitely affects the client too. I've seen time and time and time again where there are realtors out there that don't do nearly as good a job as we would, right? Or as we do. Or there's other opportunities that come up that just are not as good as if we were to list their house, market it the right way, and they're way better off for that. So I want to tell you a little bit, just a brief story that actually happened. And it's amazing. It's eye-opening when I think about all of the things that happened, all of the things that we did, and all of the times that if I wouldn't have dug my heels in and was determined to not give up, like what would have happened for our client. Okay. So I have a friend and, his mom had passed. So, it was an estate sale. He had 3 other siblings. So there were 4 of them. He's been my friend for a long time, but of course he knows a lot of other realtors. And he actually does business with a lot of other realtors, and he doesn't do business. Well, I don't do business with him, which kind of sucks. But he asked me to do a CMA on his mom's house. And his mom's house is in a really good location. However, right, it was in disrepair. Like lots of windows, and they all needed work. Right, the roof had moss growing on it. Just about everything in the house probably needed some attention. Okay, so he was approached like many we buy houses people do, right? They send propaganda and they make phone calls and stuff to folks with estate sales, right? Because in a lot of cases, they think it's easier or they're better off just having a we buy houses person take care of it, even if they're getting a little bit less money, right? But the reality is, you guys saw my rant a few weeks ago about we buy houses people and how they don't actually want to buy your house. And it still winds me up a little bit because this would have been the worst thing that could have happened for my friend, right? So the We Buy Houses people said they wanted to buy the house for $250,000, although the contract said that they didn't actually want to buy the house. They wanted to put the house in front of a few other people, investors, and whatever offer they made, then that would have been what my friend would have gotten, right? And his siblings. So anyways, I'm like, dude, this is how it's going to work. And it's not in your best interest. And he's like, oh, okay, well, I'll talk to the family, da, 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 da. And well, anyways, the We Buy Houses guy came back and said, well, yeah, that's kind of how I usually work, but I'll buy the house personally for $225. No, he wouldn't. He's just saying that, right? And so anyways, my friend and I, we talk about it and I'm like, look, this is what needs to happen. You need to market your house. We need to do these 5 or 6 things. This is the marketing plan for this house, and you're going to get a lot more money. So anyways, he went back and talked to his family. And of course, one of the other siblings has a guy, or another realtor that was, willing to help them out and offer them a discount and so on and so forth. So I asked my friend, well, what's his name? I want to just, see if it's an apples to apples comparison. And this is what I found, right? He had only 2 of his listings that used aerial photography. I use aerial photography on every single one of mine. So out of his 2 listings, one of them expired. How it can expire over the last couple of years, I have no idea. But he had one of them, it expired, right? And it's important because 81% of home buyers use photography to make a home buying decision, right? Video. I talked to my friend about video. I'm like, it's really, really important. In the last video that this guy did, was well over a year ago, and it wasn't about a house. It was a self-promo video. But video is important because social media, right? A video is 1,200% more likely to be shared. So when he allowed us to market his home or his mother's home, right? I know one of the offers came from one of the videos that we shot about the house, and it was shared with a family member in Colorado. And one of the offers were written from Colorado because of one of the videos that we did. And I think that's huge. And it's a perfect example that videos are shared, are 1,200% more likely to be shared than a regular picture. Virtual reality, he had never even used it on any of the homes. We use it on every single one because homes sell between 4 and 9% more when with virtual reality. I looked for his website. He didn't even have a website, like no website at all. And he just had a Facebook page that actually offered a bigger discount than what he was offering my friend's sibling. And I think that's hilarious, right? All of these things that we do, we kind of take for granted. And a lot of times our prospects, our clients think these things are going to get done by every realtor. And it's just not the case. Even getting posted on the MLS through Next Home, I call it the turbo boost thing because Next Home does a better job of pushing our listings out to the entire world. In fact, when we listed this house, we know people came from Detroit, Chicago, Colorado, Arizona, and the highest offer was from California, and she didn't even see the house because she didn't have to. She was able to see our videos, see our professional photography, see the aerials of the neighborhood and surrounding area. And she was able to click on the virtual reality and wander around the house in California without ever setting foot in the actual house. And she wrote an offer, and not just an offer, the highest offer. And I think that's a huge testament to what we do and the things that I preach about all the time and why they're important. So when we listed the house, we listed it on a Wednesday and reviewed offers on the following Tuesday. So within 1 week, we listed at $250,000. We had 93 showings from other realtors. 125 people came through our open houses. We ended up with 11 offers, and 2 of them were over 330. We listed at 250. We got over 330. We closed. So from the time we reviewed offers to the time we closed was about a week. And I think that's huge. My friend, his family, incredibly happy. And they should be, right? The We Buy Houses guy that didn't really want to buy the house, his last offer was 225 and we got over 330. And I think that's an incredible thing. And I want you to understand that's over $100,000 for our client. And sometimes we think it's just us being affected, but it's really not. That affected him, his siblings, his mom's probably up in heaven smiling down on the whole family and probably on us too. And I think that's a really, really cool thing. Plus, yeah, I made a commission, that helps my family and everything else. So I just want you to understand that it's important that you dig your heels in. Don't give up when an opportunity presents itself. And it's not just affecting you, it's affecting so many more people than you. So anyways, I hope you have a great day and do your best to make today awesome.